up guys? This is the football formula. I'm your host Useful Idioti alongside Karembu, Dengize and Denver Koki. Majama tumekuwa na nyinyi round 1. Now we are rocking. Oh, tumekuwa na nyinyi imekuwa tu hapa.
Mimi na siwezi fanya hivyo. Jamani wakwenda.
Karembu amejaa
huko na wale mafans wa Japan wanafanya hivyo after game.
So nyinyi mnafanya hivyo after game.
Sasa ndio
Toyota ilipanda Benz.
Toyota ilipanda Benz majama Toyota ilipanda Benz.
Azungu msitufosishe hizi vitu
bana. But unajua the best thing ni nini majama? We are rocking round 2. Sasa tuko round 2. Tumepiga round 1 na mafans pale YouTube mmekuwa mna comment, mnakuwa mmesubscribe. Na one thing yenye mimi napenda nao na pia yenye wanatupendea, wamekuwa nasema sisi tunaongea analysis za ukweli, tunawaambia venye mambo kunaenda. That's the best part na sisi.
Tutakosaje kuongea ukweli kama tumetuma hadi emissaries pale nini?
Jameni, Dando hapo pale Qatar.
Belgium versus Canada. The football formula. Like
Big up Danjo by
big up to you man.
Mse wa maana
sana. So, moving forward, tuingie round 2.
Katambe.
Round 2 of the World Cup ndio niliwaambia all the 64 matches the football formula will be tackling them. Sawa. And this is what we are going to do. November 25th. Round 2 inaanza Friday majama. And that will be November 25th. So, November 25th, hivi ndio nini iko fixture sawa? 1 p.m. Wales versus Iran. At 4 p.m. Qatar versus Senegal. At 7 p.m. Netherlands versus Ecuador. Then at 10 p.m. England versus United States of America.
Itakuwa genje.
Hapo itakuwa genje sana. Hii ni round 2. Kumbuka Qatar ilifanywa ile kitu kwa opening match sawa. Senegal ikalose pia finally, let me just say finally, cause walikuwa wamehold
wanapiga dakika 80
kuanzia dakika 82 na hiyo dakika ya mwisho man. Wales Iran. Wales on this other side wakafanya nini? Wakapiga draw yao polite. England nao wakapata mtu akapiga 6.
Wakapiga kwa.
Unaona? Netherlands pia huku wakafanya ile kitu.
Kabisa.
Ecuador pia nyinyi mnaona aje? Wacha tuingie tu direct. Tuingie hapo hivyo. Wales Iran.
Denver anakogana nini ya cry baby sana. Asipoanza tutaleta.
Denver hebu chapa. Wales Iran. November 25th Friday 1 p.m. Unaona aje hiyo?
Kama mimi ni cry baby huyu jamani zygote.
Sasa unaweza Karembu ni embryo.
Wales Iran.
Hapo hivyo unaona.
Anyway, Iran wako poa, wanacheza poa. I think one of the few Asian countries wenye wako na identity, but nashuku sana kama watatoka na kitu kwa hiyo game.
Okay.
Think experience wise wanatoka nje, but then Wales sio team ingine like it's not so much of a big challenge compared to the challenge they had versus England. But regardless, I'll still go for Wales. And I think Wales need to turn up. They don't need to like rely so much on Bell. Unajua Bell asipo come through, they don't do anything. Plus, I think they are also undone by, you know, most of their dependence ni wazae ama ni watu wamekuwa kikosa game time, and you've seen vile ina affect other teams, especially team ka Costa Rica.
Manze.
So I hope the manager amelearn lesson na ajaribu kuwa blend in. Alafu kitu ilinishangaza sana, Ward amekuwa na 6 clean sheets in the Premier League, the highest. Siamini huo jamaa amekuwa bench for Nottingham Forest second choice goalkeeper. Sijaamini. Sijaamini hiyo story. Wales win though.
Wales win. Karembu.
Wales Iran. Kwa first episode yetu ya special edition ya World Cup, I guess tulisifia Iran sana. But tulisifia na reasons, cause build up ya qualifiers ndo tuingie World Cup. Walikuwa na good manager, coach mwenye wako nao sahi, alikuwa anafanya kazi nzuri
sana.
But England kwa hiyo game ya kwanza walikuja na mambo mengine. Walifungwa wazee bao 6. Hii game na feel Wales ningekuwa coach wa Wales, singeanza na force 9. Singechezesha Bale kama force 9.
Okay.
Tuliona Kifamo aliingia against USA na alichange game yao sana. Kifamo amekuwa na a good season with Bournemouth. Na na feel if Wales cause hiyo game yao ya kwanza Wales na USA for the first half hawakuwa vizuri, hata second half thanks to the penalty yenye USA waliwapatia. Na feel kama Wales wataingia hii game na hiyo nini walicheza nayo second half, Kifamo alikuwa hapo mbele juu. Kifamo aliingia na ka change game,
alichange kabisa.
Na feel Wales wanaenda kushinda hii game.
Well, so it's a Wales win from you.
Yeah.
Gize,
Next time mutaambia Karembo onge after me because he has just stolen my thunder. Nilikuwa nataka sana kuongelea historia ya Kifamo.
Okay.
Sababu tuliona first half Rob Page alianza na force 9.
Yeah, true.
Bale kama force 9. Na kusema ukweli one player never really turned up for Wales. Na
sure.
Nilishangaa sana Dan James. Dan James alikuwa very underwhelming. Na after ametolewa hiyo sub uliona ilipush na to one side, alafu Kifamo akaingia
akajaribu kuleta.
Kifamo alileta so many changes, especially he's very big na alileta so many aerial threats. Na yes, ni Bale alisaidia kufunga, but ulikuwa unaona hadi link up play yenye Kifamo alikuwa analeta, alikuwa very instrumental.
Sure.
So I guess that is one lesson that Rob Page amelearn kutokana na hiyo game ya first. Alafu on the Iran side, naangalia game ya England na Iran. Sijui kama loss ya kipa Alireza Beiranvard to concussion ilifanya sana nini Wales wakuwe on the back foot. Sijui kama ataweza kucheza game ya pili after that injury. Na itabidi wameturn up save for Mediterranean mwenye alifunga the two goals.
Yeah.
Tuna expect an easier game than England. So wakijituma wanaweza come up na result.
Sure.
But na feel kidogo pia Wales unajua game ya first inapoga rusty kidogo, but with time team inaendelea kujirealize. Naona Wales itakuwa a bit better na wanaweza win ama draw hiyo game.
That is it, guys, for Wales versus Iran. Tell us at the comment section what's your say. Moving forward, at 4 p.m. the hosts Qatar will be welcoming the Africans, the Senegalese. Minus Mane again.
Hiyo nitasema
nasema aje Ngize,
if Qatar will be as poor as they were in the first game, then this is definitely a win for Senegal.
Okay.
But nikikumbuka last World Cup it was the same group ya Egypt. Tulikuwa tunafikiria
Sure.
Egypt walikuwa ni Saudi Arabia ama ni Qatar wenyewe.
Saudi.
Tulikuwa tunafikiria it will be an easy game for them. Na ika turn out kwa ngumu than we expected. Qatar wako na lack of quality almost everywhere. Na especially at a goalkeeper, ungeona ile bao ya kwanza ya Ena Valencia ile yenye ilikataliwa offside.
Yeah.
That guy hajui time ya either kutoka kuchukua ball ama kustick kwa line. So na feel tu hiyo team iko chini, na if Senegal play as they did against the Netherlands, then it will be an easy win for them.
An easy win for Senegal.
Yeah.
Gize? Nani? Denver.
Ngize sana. Tapigana.
Denver.
Anyway, I feel bana the biggest, I don't know why. Yani I don't know why Africa's problem is cutting across, and this problem is not scoring. Up until the time tuna record the episode,
Sure.
no African team has scored a goal. 4 out of 5 have played.
Yeah.
So our first African goal relies heavily on Ghana
Party.
versus Portugal.
Yeah.
You get the point?
Yes.
Party.
Now I don't know why our problems are cutting across, and most likely we may even bundle out of this World Cup in the group stage, all of us, and we may bundle out without winning a match, all of us.
Or even without scoring a goal.
No, we may score.
We may score.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best chance for us to win a match as Africa is Qatar versus Senegal.
Sure.
it's an easy match on paper, but then Qatar will also be saying we are the host nation.
Sure.
This is a match that is not as difficult as the others, so we may win.
It will be the easiest.
It will be the easiest for them.
Yeah.
The same applies to Senegal.
Okay.
It's a battle of underdogs who want to win that match. So I am predicting a cracking match.
Sure.
And I really wish Senegal could come up with a win. I think that will be our first win as Africans.
Manze.
And I'm putting my money on Senegal to win.
Sure.
And then in the other match, they refused to capitalize on the creation of chances. I can't blame it on Mane missing and all.
They had the chance.
They had the chances. They played well. Everything was okay. My only issue is how they are shooting. It's so bad, man. Especially the attacking from the right. I just wish Sabali could do much better, Yani, as compared to the other fullback, who left back, the light-skinned guy. He was extremely good.
Jacobs.
Jacobs. Jackson or Jacobs, somebody like that. He was extremely good. Going forward and also coming back. Sabali was good defensively, but going forward, they had a couple of chances to shoot. I was so disappointed. But Qatar, Senegal, I'm predicting a win for Senegal.
Sure.
Because that is a less difficult fixture. And I think they are also still not officially out. So I think it's all about throwing your cards on the table and trying to see if you can win the chess.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey. Karembu.
Qatar, Senegal. Na feel game for Senegal, it's theirs to lose, Senegal. Cause ukiangalia hizo teams zingine na feel Qatar naweza tumia jina gani? Sitaki kutumia jina weak opponent. Ama acha nitumie weak.
Less stronger.
Less
stronger opponent.
Okay.
Na Senegal kama wanataka qualify next round, hii game yao ni a must win.
Okay.
They played a good game against the Netherlands.
Very good game.
At the end of the day, ball lazima ikuwe na results.
Lazima.
Na timu yenye iko na results lazima
hiyo ndio ina proceed.
Yeah. So how I wish Senegal watacheza hiyo game na on top of that wafunge mabao. Sure. Otherwise I'll put my money on
Senegal it is.
Before
you have something to say?
The next game,
Yes.
Naona this could be Cisse's best chance ya kupata footing kwa group stage,
Okay.
Sababu wakipiga Qatar wanaweza ona sasa they are going into the final game that will be somewhat crucial and determinant
and somewhat difficult.
Yeah, so it will be get the 3 points against Qatar, then going against Ecuador, it will be all or nothing. So pale unaweza scrap a draw out of Ecuador after winning against Qatar na upate kuna vile umepata chance ya kusqueeze yourself through to the latter stages.
Sure.
So
and Diata this Diata guy just bwana
na still Mendy we cannot blame him squarely for those two blunders, but to some extent he is to blame for the 2 goals.
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah.
For example the second goal
Yeah.
Sure.
He's partly to blame and partly not to blame.
Sure.
The ball was extremely cold. It wasn't easy to like keep hold of.
Yeah.
But by the standards, that Mendy has been playing at and the standards he set for himself,
Yeah, sure.
that is some poor goalkeeping.
Sindio?
Yep. Yeah. He can do better.
Hiyo boli ilikuwa master punch hivi mbele.
You can do better. I mean, Memphis left foot is the weakest. One of the weakest. I mean, he can do better.
Na for the first goal, angejua kama ni kutoka ama kustick kwa line.
That's the problem.
Touch aerial ball, unajua Cody Gakpo atapiga only one touch.
Exactly.
Touch ball inakuja juu. So unajua akifikia ile ball mbele yako ni bao. So unaweza stick kwa line sababu kuna defender tayari pale ameruka na yeye. So the moment atapiga ile ball kichwa ukiwa kwa line, that is very easy to
to win that ball.
Yeah.
So manze bonga na hawa Josh. Acha niongee basi hata na Kama basi anasikia jueni mrasi ndio. Manze sisi jo manze bonga na hawa njosha. Idrisa pale manze we piga manze jo.
Kwanza Idrisa had a very good chance.
Idrisa had a
yani
very
the midfield walikuwa nayo. It was so good yani. I just hope they won't miss.
Alafu there is this thing I saw it. Hiyo pressure walikuwa nayo after the first goal, after wamefungwa the first goal.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know manze. So hata kama ni nini tujaribu hold hiyo ball, tutafute bao. Ndio lose na of course hii team yenye imefunga goal inakuanga na hiyo tamaa ya kufunga bao nyingine ndio iwa discontinue kabisa from the
kill
game.
Of the game.
But sisi wa Afrika tu maintain bana. Ngozi ikiwa ngumu pia sine tukue wagumu kwa game.
I really think Ghana had a very decent game.
Nini Senegal, right?
Senegal.
So
Ghana Idrisa.
Idrisa Ghana game. Yeah, Idrisa had a nice match. Tumeshinda Ghana tena.
Kuna shot fulani ilikuwa on target.
Ilikuwa on target. Yeah, nani aka defend.
Should have been a goal. Ali straight at the goalkeeper.
So at least tukue na hiyo nini. So manze all for Senegal. Tell us at the comment section. Munaomba aje manze. Hakuna African team kwa round 1 imefunga bao. Tunaomba Ghana ifunge bao. Tunashutia episode before Ghana icheze. But tunaombea Ghana ifunge bao. But wacheza against the Portuguese. So anyway,
niseme kitu before muendelee.
Okay.
Kamoja tu. Kuna story niliona about the Netherlands goalkeeper.
Sure.
Some 2 years ago. He was clubless. And even the family asked him to consider retiring from football.
But he never gave up.
He never gave up.
Okay.
And he made his first start for Holland national team. Kept a clean sheet with very decent saves. So I think football usually has very beautiful stories.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's also another Ecuadorian, I'm forgetting the name.
Jackson.
He plays in the second tier of Ecuadorian league. So he was invited by the manager to come and just train with the national team. And then the coach akapenda dedication.
Akaona dedication na quality yenye anajini.
When he was making the final 26-man list, jamaa alikuwa ndani. To the shock and dismay of all Ecuadorians. Walikuwa nashtuka.
And the guy anacheza fiti.
Yeah, and the guy came on in the 89th minute. Had some 8 to 9 minutes of play.
Sure.
And he did well.
And he proved that he was among the people who are chosen.
I'm proud of the manager.
More or less.
Very nice.
Don't give up in life.
Don't give up in life. Yes.
Anyway, Qatar, Senegal, tell us at the comment section, guys. What do you think?
Sure.
At 7 p.m., the Netherlands will be welcoming the Ecuadorians. Karembo.
Netherlands,
Ecuador. Itakuwa game tamu sana. Itakuwa game tamu.
Netherlands game yao kwanza wameenda na 3 points. Ecuador the same thing.
Sure.
But I feel Ecuador wanaenda kuface a much stronger team than the first team kucheza nayo, that is Qatar. Siko sure kama Valencia atakuwa amerudi ama
I think atakuwa amerudi.
Yeah. And then on the other side, Netherlands watakuwa na boost ya Memphis Depay. Depay aliingia second half against Senegal. He had a decent game.
Sure.
Memphis amekuwa on fire kwa qualifiers za Netherlands. Amekuwa akiwafungia mabao.
Sure.
Sijui mbona, but my heart is with Netherlands.
Your heart is with Netherlands.
My heart is with Netherlands.
Okay.
I'll win for Netherlands.
Okay, Gize.
Okay, before Gize aendelee. Na feel pia Ecuador wako stronger, wako a bit strong kwa physique yao, wako na nguvu. So in this game Netherlands wanafaa waende na ile wasicheze game yao ya kukua ngumu ya game, waende na game ya kill.
Sure.
Na hivyo ndo watakill.
Sure.
Nakumbuka karibu tupigane hapa na Denver first nini.
Nakumbuka, I remember.
Mimi nilikuwa nasema game ngumu kwa hiyo group ni ya Senegal na Netherlands. Na aka interject akasema kwake game ngumu ni ya Netherlands na Ecuador.
Sure.
To some extent sasa inaweza kubaliana na yeye kwa sababu ya complexion hiyo fixtures
Sure.
either team hapa inaona ikiwin those 3 points then they are almost qualified for the round of 16.
Sure.
Sababu watakuwa 6 points but still naona Netherlands iko a bit better matters quality and experience. Lakini Ecuador ilitupatia something else to think of, sababu tuliona vile walicheza against Qatar. Yes, tunakubaliana sisi wote Qatar was underwhelming.
Sure.
But tuliona vile especially vile walikuwa na map na zile goals zilikuwa more or less ni crosses sana walikuwa wanatumia na Valencia alikuwa very good especially in the air. I don't know how he will perform against better opponents, especially
the Van Dijk side.
Sababu he is as well excellent in the air.
Sure.
Lakini naona Louis van Gaal naye hapa on the other side anaweza come na the Dutch total football yenye anaweza badilisha a thing or two. Na first game against Senegal walionyesha some soft underbelly, as in they are beatable. Sababu Senegal actually miss some very decent chances. Na if Ecuador wanaweza capitalize on chances kama hizo, then the game could be theirs for the taking. But still na feel Netherlands inaweza win, albeit narrowly.
Netherlands win for you. Denver?
Netherlands, Ecuador. Hey. Anyway, I call that the toughest group game in that group.
Sure.
And I also call it the battle for the first spot.
Okay.
To me, at this juncture, those two teams are the ones I'm predicting to make it past that group.
Number 1, 2.
Number 1, 2.
1, 2.
Either of them. The reason why Senegal contained Ecuador, no, it's contained Netherlands for that long.
Okay.
Mark you, Senegal contained Holland for so long,
Sure.
and for 77 minutes, Holland didn't have a shot on target.
Okay. Sure.
And here's why. That battle was won in midfield. Senegal's midfield was extremely superb until Cheikhou Kouyaté was bundled out of the jigsaw feat via that, unfortunate handoff.
Sure.
At the forbidden zone
Male accident.
by family attack. Yes. So
Okay.
I feel up at that juncture, Senegal were doing everything right.
Yeah, sure.
Until that jigsaw feat was tampered with. If you look at Ecuador, their midfield is extremely strong.
Sure.
There is I'm forgetting these
Caicedo.
guys. There's Caicedo, who had a very good game.
Exactly.
Alongside the other guys, I'm forgetting their names here and there. I think they did excellently well, and I realized they really overcrowd their midfield section and give their backline, the likes of Torres, a very good time to roam about and a very easier time. Of course, Qatar were poor and they are weak, but then I just feel that the way Ecuador is organized, that is not a team that is coming to give away points and just make it easy for opponents, because that is a team that made it from that difficult South American round robin, and they made it not via a playoff. So I really feel there is a very big game, but what Van Gaal can do for me, according to me, is to try and find good partners for Frankie. Frankie alilemewa hiyo game
sana, cause yeye peke yake ndo alikuwa anang'ang'ana
until Kouyaté alitoka ndiye akapata lifeline and he came up with that assist.
Sure.
So to be very honest, if you put Holland's team on the table and look at them on the midfield, they're extremely depleted. To be very fair.
That's true. To
be very fair. So I wish Van Gaal can find those other two guys who can help Frankie de Jong do something. Okay. But that battle will be won in midfield, and for me, I will be a little bit different. I'll go for Ecuador win or a very big draw.
An Ecuador win or draw?
Yep.
Talking of Frankie, unanikumbusha game ya Belgium after the match. After Kevin De Bruyne was given the man of the match.
I think Thibaut Courtois deserved it.
I've never seen a guy so genuine.
But he was so genuine. That was the let me be a bit bogus. That was the best, the genuineness answer.
The most genuine. And it was the most genuine, and it was also the worst game KDB has played
in a long time.
By the standards.
Alisema, I don't know why I was given this. I don't know why I was given this man of the match trophy, but I think I was given because of my name. Anyway, kwa nini kata? Huwezi kata.
But then Thibaut Courtois is
was
equally a big name over there.
Sure.
I don't know if really FIFA has started their antics, but I think Courtois deserved it more than anyone.
It happened that way.
Nikiulizwa vile tu lazima kupatiwe player mmoja man of the match.
Lazima.
Hiyo game hakuna mtu alikuwa
Wangepatia coach.
Acha kutua mwenyewe.
Wangepatia coach.
Some few blunders alikuwa anafanya here and there.
Actually,
if the Canadians were a bit
clinical and clever.
Yeah, and ni reactive ama proactive?
Reactive.
Wangeweza ku make something out of
the game. Sure.
Actually tulikuwa na watch hiyo game na Ngize na aliniambia hizi mistakes za Courtois Canada wanaweza pata moja hapo
na itafungwa. Ni ile tu the Canadian side hawakuwa na that clinical person wa kumaliza.
Canadians wanataka kuendelea na ile streak yao ya kukosa kufunga World Cup. Unaweza je tapatiwa penalty
mwisho 98
ama ni ile kasi ya Drake ile.
Probably.
I hope Drake akudunga. Wewe ovyo wewe. Usidunge hiyo jezi wewe.
Alidunga
hiyo jezi ya Canada.
Drake alidunga Arsenal, amkumbuki venye liomba bro.
Sisi ni wale.
We cannot be stopped. Anyway guys. Let's Ecuador at 7 p.m. Just tell us in the comment section what's going to happen. Moving forward.
Yep.
25th November, that's on Friday. The match that ends our day at 10 p.m. England will be welcoming United States of America. England, they got the 3 points at the first round.
Sure.
They won 6-2 against the Wales, right?
Iran.
Against Iran, I mean. And then the Wales, they drew 1-1 against United States of America. Hey, here we are. What do you think? England, USA.
It's gonna be a cracker.
Because before continue, it's going to be you remember tulikuwa tunaargue hapa about English because there is British English and there is American English. So it's the English derby.
Drill versus hip hop.
Thank you. That's the best way to put it for all the musicians.
It's gonna be a cracker because the USA are among the favorites to make it out of the group.
Okay.
And a loss to them will be extremely detrimental and will highly dent their chances of moving past that group. So I think it's going to be a huge crack, and it's unfortunate that they are meeting England as their next game. But I think England have all it takes. They have all the quality. Unfortunately, I've seen Harry Kane will be not so fit because he was being scanned on the knee. I think he kind of twisted his knee in a terrible manner. I just hope it's not so serious, but regardless,
they have Wilson.
Wilson is there, who's been very prolific for Newcastle, a team that really isn't so popular with scoring a lot of goals, save for this season. So I think Wilson is equally up to the task. He also did well because he came on and had an assist and all that.
Very true.
And I think also Marcus Rashford also came in and came up with that goal and all. So I think England generally, they have that quality, and the reason England may surprisingly do well in this World Cup is because they are so much underrated and also hated to an extent. So as in nobody even fancies them as a tournament favorite, but you've seen how the favorites have been clowning so far, and England fortunately haven't fumbled on that. So I think England is going to win that match. USA will be a very difficult test for them though, but I put my money on England. On the other hand, USA are so good. The kids are running, very energetic. but you realize in the second half they kind of run out of gas.
Kabisa.
Versus England, you probably need to run till 90 plus 8.
Hiyo lazima ukimbie.
Yes.
With
So
Saka,
if they don't do that, and if they crumble,
Saka's number 7.
if they crumble midway,
Yeah.
Saka is definitely gonna kill them. Plus, I think they have magicians everywhere who can come up with something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Sure.
So England win from.
And England win from you, okay?
Mimi yangu itakuwa ngumu.
Okay.
Sababu nikiangalia that USA side it's been Wales for wall for very long.
For a long time.
Now they played good football. They flowed.
Sure.
Now if they are to do that again against England, I still think they stand a chance because England has always got the ability to blow hot and cold.
Sure.
Last game they could have won 6 against Iran, but you can be surprised once the US come knocking, utapata hii game hata wanaweza draw ama wapigwe.
Okay.
It is still a tough ask for
It's
the
getting
US,
better.
for the US of A.
Okay.
Lakini nikiangalia vizuri kuna players wengi sana wa league wanacheza pale English Premier League. I guess a very good percentage of them and
Should be 2.
yeah. 2
Should be 2.
Ni wengi.
I think
Plus
2
sub.
plus the manager.
USA.
There is Aronson.
Taylor Adams,
And
Aronson.
Michael Turner, the goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, 3.
Yeah,
3.
Tim Rim.
Tim
Wow.
Rim is Fulham,
Yeah.
not Leeds.
Nasema
Or you say in the
You say
Premier
the-
League?
in the Premier League.
It's many.
Police
Premier
many.
League is many.
Premier League
many.
wako wengi.
If it's
Pulisic.
Leeds, it's about 3 plus the
So
manager.
they've got that knowledge of the English game and
Sure.
that could play to their advantage to some extent. On the England side, I don't know if there is more than they can offer than what they did against Iran. Now for predictions that before tulikuwa tumesema in the last 6 games before the Iran game walikuwa wameshindwa kuscore in 4 of them.
Four of them, sure.
Don't be surprised wakishindwa kuscore kwa hii game.
Wow.
And yes, still they've got the quality more than USA, but mi na feel nitasema wanaweza draw pia.
Wanaweza draw pia game.
Yeah.
So it's an easy draw from you.
Speaking of,
it will be a nice match, but a draw.
A draw, but if either side has to win,
Yeah,
it will be England.
it will be England. Okay.
Gize has said something before Karim goes. Gize has said something that shockingly played to a huge advantage last evening.
Yeah.
It's talked about many players in the USMT playing in the Premier League
The
and
Premier League,
therefore
sure.
having that knowledge.
Sure.
Manuel Neuer conceded 2 goals to Japan yesterday to players who play in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So they understand him well.
Tell me,
Or the German team.
are you thinking
Yeah.
what we are thinking? Lakini mpira na dunda. Tuko round 2 guys. Na hii round 2, wacha hakuna hapo hivi kwa Griat sijui itapiga hii round 2. Na bado tujafika round 3. We are moving that way. Karembu, tukifika kwako England USA 10 p.m.
England USA.
Yeah.
Probably nitapick from where Denver alisema
Sure.
USA wako na a young squad. Young squad and vijana wanakimbia. And he said against England hiyo gas inaweza ishi.
Gas inaweza isha sure.
England wako na quality players. Naangalia media England, Declan Rice na Jude Bellingham.
Sure.
Although pia tunaweza sema pia ni young, ni wasi young, but they got that experience.
Sure. A lot of it.
A lot.
Bellingham amekuwa akicheza Borussia Dortmund. Amekuwa he's been on fire for them.
Sure.
Declan Rice amekuwa kiperform season in season out.
Sure.
EPL.
Sure.
Niko na shida na niko na question marks na USA cause ukiangalia squad the young players so many players hapo wana lack your match fitness.
Okay.
Na wana lack match fitness hata kama wamecheza game ya kwanza wanakuja kucheza na a very good team.
Side.
The example ya Pulisic hajakuwa akipata game time Chelsea.
Sure.
Weston McKennie amekuwa on the sidelines for Juventus.
Sure.
That winger where alikuwa ametoka injury.
Sure.
Nani mwingine Sergeant ama
Josh Sargent.
Yeah, ametoka injury.
Sure.
So na feel kwa hii game watakuwa exposed
sana
because you're playing against a very good England team wenye in their minds wametoka kupata win ya
6-2
England attackers wao walikuja hii tournament
hawabahatishi.
Unaona Saka pale kitu alifunga, Bellingham alifunga, another youngster.
Hata hujaita Foden bado.
Rashford, Grealish.
Ukiangalia hata bench ya England very strong. Tuliona Grealish na Rashford walikuja. Rashford first touch yake ni bao,
akafanya tu kitu kama ameweka bao.
I'm very sorry to Pulisic, but hii game pia England wanaweza piga bao zingine mingi.
Before utoke hapo, mimi naweza sema if the first game is anything to go by, all those players did not show that much lack of fitness.
Okay.
Na mimi naweza sema they can only improve as the games come. Na the only turning point ya hiyo game, it was a moment of madness by Walker Zimmerman.
Okay.
Actually that guy plays in the MLS. So unaweza ona kuna hiyo lack of experience like the rest of the players. Na aliingia into a reckless tackle against Bale na they were winning that game. Ilikuwa in the dying minutes na angejicompose kidogo because Bale had his back to goal.
Angecommit your
penalty. So I just think they will improve and I don't think it will be that easy for
itakuwa easier pia for England.
Kiasi.
Anyway,
pia na feel your experience ya England. Players wengi wanacheza English Premier League. Na feel your experience itawasaidia sana. Mtu kama Raheem Sterling hata kama hajakuwa na good season.
In fact, Sterling will score.
Sterling alicheza game nzuri sana.
Sure.
Timothy Weah will score.
Should play for Liberia.
Oh, by the talking of Timothy Weah, uliona babake alipeleka dinner.
Alimuita
I'm proud of my son.
Lakini football
tunasema nyinyi wote mnajua best yetu anaitwa Oliver. Anashikaga moto sana because of some players kukosa kujituma
kabisa,
because you've got you know what football has done for you and what football can do for you. Timothy Weah anajua baba yake ni president. Hata asipocheza ball hata lala. Bado
anajituma.
Na anacheza fit
sana.
Same to Bamford. Budake si ni billionaire.
Hiyo sikuwa najua.
Bamford ni billionaire. Rich guy.
England USA. Nilisikia Denver akisema hapa though England they are not the favorites. But kitu huwa inasumbua sana the English side ni media yao. Media yao na pressure ya mafans na
but if you put
na outsiders.
Yes, if you put all that
wakiweka hiyo aside,
they are
they are a team to watch.
Okay, pia mimi alisema something to do with hating that England team, si ndio?
Sure.
Mimi niko na issue na coach.
Okay.
Southgate.
Okay.
Southgate kuna watu waliacha nje. Watu wenye walikuwa na deserve kuwa hapa ndani. Akabeba watu wenye wako wanafaa kubeba.
But can I tell you something? There is no day Southgate will make a decision that will please everyone. It will always be scrutinized, and it's not just Southgate.
Sure.
It is also any England manager. I want Southgate to leave, and then you'll tell me if the next England manager
will do what he wants.
No, if the next England manager will not suffer from similar accusations.
But he will.
Because you see, I don't get the hate towards Southgate.
Sure.
England have never been to any final since 1966. Any major final.
Sure.
Southgate is the most successful English manager for the national team.
Since Geoff Hurst.
We weren't even born.
It was Alf Ramsey.
Yeah.
Sir Alf Ramsey.
This guy won an under 20. Is it under 20? Under 20 World Cup with Kina Solanke and Angel Gomez and the likes. Then he got promoted to first team. Takes them to the Euros final, right?
Sure. But they lost to Italy.
Yeah, and takes them to the World Cup semi-final.
Sure.
In which they finished third. Third.
Oh.
Show me an England manager with that. And mark you, there are English managers who coached Rooney, Gerrard, Cole, Terry, Rio,
Lampard.
In short ungesema Sven or Eriksen, Fabio Capello. These are the guys.
McLaren didn't even qualify for Euros. You get the point?
Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, so I don't get the head towards I didn't even mention Rooney. I don't get the head towards Southgate. But if you so much focus on the contemporary world, then you will not know how much of a beautiful work
Southgate has done.
Umesema how huko mwasikia. Acha tuambie viewers dakika moja 66 World Cup walishinda under a manager alikuwa anaitwa Sir Alf Ramsey na the person who scored a hat-trick in that game he alipewa night shift akaitwa Sir Geoff Hurst.
And he's the only player ever in the World Cup history to score a hat-trick in the final.
A hat-trick in the final.
Ever.
2022 hatuwezi tunaona moja.
In the final.
Mbappe ama.
Guys, did you know that? Nataka turudie. Did you know that? Since the history of World Cup, there is only one person that has scored a hat-trick in the final.
Geoff Hurst
wa England. Sawa.
The only World Cup final hat-trick.
The only World Cup final hat-trick. From an English player. No, they brag a lot, but they have a right.
Of course.
They have bragging rights. Anyway, guys, England USA at 10 p.m. November 25th. Tell us at the comment section, what do you think? We are going for a short break. Tukirudi November 26th. Pia fixture ni hivi. Round 2.
Nyororo.
Kabisa.
Ati hapo ndo Argentina iko.
Kwani upendi timu yako ushachoka bro?
What's up guys, welcome back. This is the football formula and we are cruising nicely. Moving forward to November 26th, that will be on a Saturday. Even your fixture November 26th iko majama, sawa? At 1 p.m. Tunisia will be welcoming Australia. 4 p.m. Poland, Saudi Arabia. And then at 7 p.m. a very nice match. Ngiza amekuwa analia timu yake Dark Horse. France against Denmark. And then at 10 p.m. the GOAT will be coming again facing the Mexico. So Argentina against Mexico at 10 p.m. That will be on Saturday, November 26th. So moving into this fixture. Hebu tuone itakuwaje. Tunisia Australia 1 p.m.
Tunisia Australia. Australia, if I compare the two teams given the way they have played so far, Tunisia are much stronger and extremely physical and very organized.
So we shall have a first African goal.
I think so.
If Ghana don't
score
tonight,
and Senegal doesn't score.
Apana no. Our first win, or our second win after
Senegal will be Tunisia
against Australia. And I think if Tunisia played that physical game with a lot of sacrifice like they did versus a very strong Denmark side, and they play like that versus Aussies, then the Kiwi boys will cry.
Will deliver.
Yeah, the Kiwi boys will cry. No, they will not deliver.
They will cry.
Kiwi boys in Australia.
Tunisia will deliver.
Tunisia will.
The Kiwi boys will cry.
I'm backing Tunisia for that game.
Wow.
Yep.
Straight to the point.
Something funny about all these countries. Every other time they are playing an African country, it's like they are not willing to lose this game. Utapata Australia imepigwa hizo bao zote na France. Na upate Tunisia iliperform so well against Denmark. Alafu wakipatana upate Australia inalemea Tunisia. I don't know how. I guess wanakoga wameambiwa lose to any other team, but don't lose to an African team. Na Tunisia tuliona they had a very decent game. They had decent chances against a well-oiled Denmark side. Now, if they take the same energy to this game, then I think they can add to the tally of the wins in World Cup matches. Zinaweza fika 3 in itakuwa 3 in 17 matches.
3 in 17 matches. Nice.
Tunisia Australia. Ngizi amesema Tunisia walikuwa na chances against a good Denmark side.
Sure.
So I predict a very possible win for Tunisia.
Very possible win for
very
Tunisia.
possible win for Tunisia.
Wow. South
The
Africa.
only problem na African teams vile alisema ni scoring goals. So don't you be surprised the game pia ikiisha 0-0.
Hey. But sure, please. Tunisia, Australia. Tunisia.
Jalil, tafadhali
Jameni.
Kwanza
We need a
because
win.
he was very poor but at the other game.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sure.
Was very
Manze.
poor.
At some stages the star players should stand up
Should
to be
stand
counted.
out to manze.
You only need one. You know, it's already proven that African teams can defend well. Eh?
Yeah.
Just score.
Na shida ni
Tufunge.
Just score.
shida
Mbili
ni jua
tu and
I
play.
guess kuna kogana hiyo
Nini hiyo ina
yeah, taking the game
mtu
to the
akifika na
opponent.
ball kwa the opponent box ana
wana ile instinct.
Instinct wako nayo
No,
but
strikers ni wazuri. I
wako
just
tu
think
in front of
the
goal,
combination, the combination they have is not so good. Like, for example, Senegal, the left winger ni nani? Ismaila.
Sarr.
The right winger ni Diata. Centrally ni Dia
Dia.
Nyanza. And Kinabamba wakakuja baadaye.
sure.
These guys score out there because they have, on either side of them, they have players who can make it happen. I'm not trying to play down Ismaila, but Ismailas also is not like a prolific assister or a scorer. So it is not logical to just expect him to start, you know, creating things out of magic, kimalamala. And then Diata is just good at running with the ball. I think he's not so intelligent to make that pass. We saw it in the game versus Holland.
Sure.
Alikuwa anachukua counter alafu anasimama mbele then anarudisha nyuma.
Yeah.
You get the point?
So the
And
intelligence
that is
kidogo
what
ndio
also
imepotea.
affected Cameroon today. Some players in the forwards wako stand out. Wengine on either side of them are not like so creative to make that killer pass or do that kind of thing.
those kind of splitters that we see na kina kama hiyo pass ya De Jong against Senegal.
Something like that.
Not many African players utapata
do that.
those passes.
Do you remember the Argentina match? Although zilikuwa zinashikwa offside zote. But hizo pass hizo the risky as in wasiogope ku risk.
Ile ni unajua defender anaweza win rahisi but nayo ikipita. I guess the last African to have that kind of quality alikuwa ya Toure.
Nani yetu? Ushaona mwingine kweli? Hata kuna apart from ya Toure ma midfield wakali ilikuwa ya Toure, John Obi Mikel, nani mwingine? Just to mention a few Macholesian.
Mikel and the CN they were mostly good defensive.
Defensive, but unaona vile nani ya Toure
taking the game to the opponent.
Difficult.
Alikuwa anafanya ile kitu sio?
If you talk about Rica or something like that.
Mahmoud about Rica.
The Egyptian.
Anyway, Tunisia, Australia, 1 p.m. guys. Tell us at the comment section, what's your prediction? We need African teams to perform. And you are backing Tunisia to the end, 1 p.m. Moving forward at 4 p.m., Poland will be welcoming this side that has been trained. Kushika offside. Hey, this side gave Argentina tuliwachi game. Sawa? Tulikuwa wote tukiwachi game. Muliona venye Saudi Arabia ilifanyia Argentina, sawa? First half muliona what happened. Sio? Wakawabembeleza kidogo tukajua second half. Argentina they will be a better side since wametuonyesha first half. Wamekuwa na nini? Wameshikwa offsides ngapi? Karibu 3. In fact 3.
But
moving kwa second half.
Tuliona reports kwa hiyo first half. FIFA wali admit wali make error kwa ile bao fulani ya
Hiyo nani? Ya Lautaro Martinez.
Walichukua
walichukua nini?
Hawakuchukua the last defender.
Hawakuchukua the last defender, walichukua the nini, the previous one.
Hawakuchukua the left back, walichukua
huyo mwenye alikuwa karibu na Lautaro. Juu nakumbuka that. So walipima according kwa huyo.
Ule guy mwenye hawakumwangalia is the same guy that got injured by the goalkeeper. Na niliona anaweza hata miss the rest of the tournament.
Huyo hawezi endelea. Hiyo ilikuwa mbaya, hiyo ilikuwa concussion.
Probably hiyo bao ingeruhusiwa.
It could have changed the complexion of the game.
Amngekuwa wanipiga banda.
But no matter what, bado Saudi Arabia proved a point. Sawa. But okay, going to this match against Poland. Nyinyi mnaona aje against Poland? Mtaona kama wataingia kama wamerelax waseme okay, tunajua si ucheza hivi, so tunaenda kufanya hivi. Because they were so physical na wanajaza katikati. Wali notice Argentina na kuja na midfield wanajaza katikati. Wakiona Argentina wanajaribu kuenda kwa wing Di Maria, alikuwa amefichwa.
Anyway, I hope
Sure.
I hope Saudi Arabia is still not celebrating.
Was celebrate
Holiday jaisha bado.
Holiday jaisha. But as it stands, I think have Renard is a miracle worker.
Okay.
You know, he's won AFCON with 2 different teams in this era. Most of us witnessed it, and the other team, Zambia, that he won AFCON with, hardly even qualify for AFCON these days. And then he went to Morocco and claimed their first World Cup in like 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
And then he goes to Saudi Arabia and comes up with the most famous win in their World Cup history, I think in the entire football history. So I just hope that they are not still celebrating that win, because they really need to push the pedal some more.
Sure.
Just one game, and I guarantee you that Saudi Arabia will top that group.
Wow.
Just one game. So I hope that insinuation that I'm making right now is what will push them towards that. Fortunately, football is not about cross multiplications. But if you can beat South American champions and then at your disposal there is Poland, who hardly make it past group stages even in the continental tournaments like Euros, then that should be an easy peasy job. With Robert Lewandowski missing that penalty to Ochoa, it means at 34 years he's still yet to score in a World Cup. That also shows that if Lewandowski doesn't come up for them, nobody else will. So if Saudi Arabia maintains the same tempo and do not be carried away with that win, then I'm predicting another draw or win for them.
Tupigie simu the king atumwambie kidogo.
And quick recovery.
Holiday kidogo, cut holiday.
But the fans are psyched up
very much.
I think one of the biggest advantage they have is the fact that most of their fans can just cross over the border and just go and support the team.
And so go against whatever Roy Keane said.
And go against whatever Roy Keane said, that the fans can't score a goal. They can mentally score a goal for a team though.
And you know what Kenyans on Twitter are saying? Saudi Arabia has never beaten Kenya.
That's what the fans want to the 12th man.
The 12th man, Sometimes the referee could be the 12th man.
You never know.
But if Saudi Arabia play like they did,
it's
a win for them.
A win for them.
That's a lesser difficult opponent.
Okay, before you, Karembo.
Poland, Saudi Arabia.
Sure.
I'll pick from where amesema if Lewandowski doesn't score for Poland, I don't know where the goals will come from.
Hiyo ni one man team.
One man team. Na tulisema hivyo hata in the last episode.
Kama kuna watu wanatufuatilia religiously kwa episode zetu, tulisema that is a one man group.
One man group. Yeah, sure.
And then Saudi Arabia, despite them heartbreaking me, walipiga team yangu. They played they played a good game.
Sure.
Na feel walikuwa so physical in that game against Argentina. Na expect bado wataenda kwa hii game wakuwe physical.
Sure.
Of course kwa mind yao they have that high spirits. We won against against a team that
one of the
favorites.
Sure.
Big ups to their coach.
Sure.
Coach amefanya kazi. Coach amefanya kazi. Most of us wasi tunafuata ball sana. Hadi kwa social media tumeona kuna clip flani ina nini. Tuliona hiyo first half team talk. Coach anajua players ni akina nani, na anajua nikiwaambia hivi watafanya hivi. Na second half tuliingia tukaona
wakadeliver.
Dakika hazikuisha wakafunga bao ya pili. So a good win for Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Ngize?
I have seen Saudi Arabia succumbing to an 8-0 defeat to Germany 2002. I have seen Saudi Arabia succumbing to a 5-0 defeat to Russia in the opening match of 2018. But I've never seen Saudi Arabia perform as they did against the Argentinians. Now, wakiendelea na the same mojo, I think Poland will be a light work for them na vile tulisema that group ni kila team iko dependent on one player sana because we said about Messi and Argentina, Lewandowski and Poland,
Lewandowski and Poland,
Mexico, Mis Amigos Mexicanos, tukasema wao na Ochoa na Ochoa wote vile tulisema
walionyesha,
tuliona either o player kiperform vizuri wana perform, Ochoa aliperform fiti na waka grab a point out of Poland the other players hawaku perform fiti but hata ile team ili to surprise ni Saudi Arabia. Walikuwa before then walikuwa dependent on Salem Al-Dosari but in this game kila mtu alijituma na walijua the right thing ya kufanya, waliweza kuweka hizo offside traps against a very sharp side yenye ukikosea kidogo ni hivyo. Another thing walijua wakajazana pale katikati. They were very physical sababu walikuwa wanajua if they block those channels through which Messi and co operate then Argentina watakuwa left na the only choice ya kupiga zile crosses na tuliona hizo ndo zilikam wakati kina hakuna waliingia. I guess many people were surprised kuona hata Messi akitry kufungana
na header.
So very surprised. That was the only option Argentina walibakishiwa sababu haongeza kumove the ball through the middle na ilienda so much to their disadvantage and I feel if just Saudi Arabia are able to stick to that same blueprint and they are able to thwart any nini ya Lewandowski na atakuwa kitry kujirevamp, especially tunakumbuka alipoteza penalty against Poland, so that will either make or break his World Cup sababu anaweza taka kufunga ndo he gets behind whatever happened in that first fixture ama still inaweza kuilim affect in some negative manner but I feel I never thought I'll ever say something like this for World Cup.
Just say it. It's true. It's happening.
Singeamini kuna siku moja nitasema Saudi Arabia inaenda kwa game ikiwa favorites.
Just say it.
But the big difference in that group is the intelligence of Renard.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
That manager is too brilliant. And I think being the fact that he's a magical worker and record breaker.
Yeah. He deserves.
He will be aiming to be the first ever manager managing Saudi Arabia to go past to qualify for the knockout in the World Cup.
And I think
and
I think he will.
It is just one match there.
And I think he will.
It's in his sight. I mean, it's his to grab.
It's theirs to lose.
And I think he will. Because you heard what Karembu said that halftime talk.
Sure.
So I think the Saudi Arabian coach ako now players. Alafu sasa anasema and he has the brains. That's what we need.
That is always the importance of having managers who can assess players and know their players well.
Exactly.
Yeah. And one such manager that I really like, which some football world do not like, a section of the football world do not like, is Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho
is hardly wrong when assessing a player. Hardly wrong.
Hiyo story inaona Ngiza atikisa kichwa, najua italeta vita. Anyway, this is what the Polish side will have to do. They will have to polish their side.
Exactly.
The Polish side will have to polish their side because they are going to face the Saudi Arabians. And the Saudis, they showed us. Wakenya tulikuwa tunalia Argentina piga hii watu cause wa Saudi wanatu
wamepiga mabochi wetu hadi ma favorite watu wengine
Anyway, Poland, Saudi Arabia at 4 p.m. Tell us in the comment section, what do you think? Moving forward at 7 p.m.
The Ngize Derby.
At 7 p.m. Let me call it the Ngize Derby. Because first, it's one team that he's
mafans kwa wenye mwelewi
hizo
ni team za Ngize.
The team za Ngize. Ales the Blues, okay? Facing the Danish. Sawa. So, the France side they proved a point at the first round.
Sure.
We saw those personalities when you will come up they've been performing in their various leagues and they are showing it wakikuja nyumbani kwa countries.
Sure.
You saw what Mbappe did. You saw what Giroud did.
Big ups.
You saw what Griezmann did. Upamecano. You saw? Okay.
Liverpool guy Konate.
Yeah. Mnazalia mseme but Griezmann amekuwa na that umeona huko hivyo Spain amekuwa na hiyo huku na huku rustiness Barcelona Atletico nini but akirudi home he still anaonyesha he's still the class that he has always been.
Can I tell you something about Griezmann?
Okay.
Griezmann is a man on form.
He's a man on form.
Because on the build up to the World Cup, I think Griezmann is suited for Atletico, not Barcelona.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Nakumbuka hata
He
the
is
last game
so much
they drew.
suited, so much suited for Atletico.
Exactly.
And even before when there was that legal battle tukiambia mafans wetu about the legal
about
battle
between Barcelona and Atletico.
They ended up paying the 20 million and plus 3 million
kabisa ndio wamchukue abaki permanent acheze Atletico. After that and then he started performing.
Akaekwa sasa game full.
You saw
I think he even won La Liga Player of the Month.
Right? Exactly.
So he's a guy on form. He's a guy on form, and I think French, the Champs knows how to use it, and Simeone knows how to use it, and the two teams are best suited for the quality that he comes up with, and in that role of linking the other strikers, he did perfectly well.
And another thing na Griezmann, he doesn't have to be the one who is scoring. Anaweza deliver the perfect ball
the
to
chance,
both Giroud and Mbappe. Now they've got the quality to capitalize on such
Very
balls.
true.
Lakini sasa mimi hapo Kongo itakuwa ngumu.
Wacha
ngize tu amalize. Maliza tu
France, many of the people
wacha anze. Anza tu cause it. Hapana. Guys, hivi ndio tunafanya this angize derby. So Denver alianza akiongelea nani and said something about the French. Okay, so malize tuambie your prediction. Okay. Wacha nani
French national team. I strongly believe they will be the first nation since 2006. They will be the first defending champ since 2006 to not drop in the group stage. I'm not saying that because they are my third team, but I'm saying that they are my third team, by the way.
Okay.
I'm saying that because logically you can clearly see. I mean, also if you win 4 on the first game, you already put yourself. You already have your strong foot in front of the game and the competition. And then they are finishing with another weak opponent in Tunisia. You get the point?
Okay.
This game, France versus Denmark, statistically, it was the only match in 2018 World Cup that ended in a goalless draw. You get the point?
Okay.
Denmark, after dropping points to a beatable opponent, they have an uphill task ahead of them, but giving up is not an option, of course. We've seen from the games that I've played so far.
So
I really think they will go out there and give again. But France will also be aiming at top spot and killing it off in style, so that they could also play other players in the Tunisia game, which is not like a very difficult one, of course.
Okay.
So France, they have an upper hand. I didn't believe Denmark could actually, drop points to Tunisia. But I'll go for France in this fixture.
Okay.
Because I think the spirit that carried Denmark in 2020 Euros, I don't think it's still like, it's not going to replicate here.
Okay.
Is it because they are playing away from home? It seems there was some sort of connection between
the fans and the team.
The fans and the team
and the
Eriksen issue. You get?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think they have that similar motivation. So I think France could possibly win that.
An easy win for them.
And also, they also don't feel like big much of a pinch, because they'll also be finishing their group match with another weaker opponent.
Okay.
So I'll go for France.
Wow.
Acha ngiza malizia. France Denmark.
Yes.
Last episode nilisema most of us fans wenye wamekuwa kifuatilia France.
Sure.
Tulikuwa na questions about France kwa hii World Cup.
Midfield yake.
Midfield yao. But Tchouameni alikuwa na very good game.
Sure.
Rabiot alikuwa na very good game.
Another man on form.
And then the forwards, France. Dembele, Giroud,
mbaya sana.
Griezmann,
mbaya.
Mbappe.
Moto.
Naangalia hii game, naona Denmark wametoka ku lose points against Tunisia side yenye most of us walikuwa wanaona ni an easy fixture kwa Denmark. So naangalia hii front ya France, Dembele, Griezmann, Mbappe, Giroud. Probably Giroud anaenda kufunga bao ingine akwe sasa the all time.
No, he will score.
He will score. After nani? After the Arsenal guy. Henry. I had to mention that way.
France pia wako very solid at the back. Kano, Konate. Ni Lucas Hernandez ama ni Theo Hernandez?
Lucas ndo aliumia.
Lucas aliumia.
Tunamwish quick
recovery. Okay.
But prediction yangu ni a very easy win for France.
A very easy win for France. Okay, it's your derby.
Nilikuwa nataka nisikie vile watasema tuone. Kumbe ni waoga.
Majamaa mnakubali kuitwa waoga.
Ndio tu massage ya ego.
Nianze na main chick kama mpango wa kando.
Anzia na mpango wa kando kwanza, Jumeni chick tayari tunamjua.
Main chick wanakuanga na stingo kali.
Lakini hata kwenda stingo kali bado chick ni chick. Wewe endelea.
Unajua main chick akijajua yeye ni main pia analetanga ego. Unaenda kwa side chick.
Ndio na Denmark sababu jioni nitarudi home kwa France. Sasa
yani hadi alisema episode avai jazi so that next episode wakuja kama wamepiga, unaona hataki kuonyeshana
wote wawili,
unaona anawacheza so hataki kuonyesha wote wawili ati niko hii side, anaficha
jamani Kalonzo
mimi fancy ita by the
okay. Anyway
Denmark ni a very decent team na tunakumbuka kwa Nations League prior to the World Cup walipiga France home and away na France walikuwa na streak kidogo ya performance poor na almost they were almost getting relegated from the first tier ya UEFA Nations League but ikienda kuisha waliweza kufind the mojo na wakarudi strongly na wakaweza still ku maintain but Denmark ukiangalia their first game wali lose points against a weaker opponent than France in all na tukiangalia sasa after hiyo game mimi na feel they will be going to this game as the underdogs despite them having the quality ya players wengi kama kina Eriksen na kina nilikuwa nimesema kijana anaitwa Andreas Kov Olsen actually hiyo game alikuwa amefunga boy kakataliwa. Another thing that will be taking the wind out of their sails ni Thomas Delaney ameumia na he will not be with them for the rest of the tournament, so that is
a big blow.
That is a blow pale kwa midfield because that guy is big na anaweza control midfield especially a team against France yenye midfield yenyewe inahitaji kuwa strong so I think that will be one yenye itaenda against them. They've got a good goalkeeper, good players, so they will be taking the game to France but I feel they will not offer enough resistance to a French side that is very good vile tuliona.
Very lethal.
Yeah.
Dembele.
On the other side ya France tunaona it is a side that is very very composed. Many teams zinge concede first against Australia or against any other opponent. Unapataga wamekuwa so disoriented to an extent that wanafikiria tu kwenda kutafuta bao almost immediately but France wali regroup wakaanza tu kucheza their typical type of football ile passing tu pole pole. Actually France they pass the ball hadi unafikiria hawana haja na kufunga alafu all of a sudden utapata there is that sudden burst ya Mbappe yenye itawashika very flat footed ama unapata sometimes ataenda Griezmann atapiga crossi Giroud atapata pale aerial presence hakuna. Sidhani in this World Cup especially after injury ya Benzema. Naweza compare tu Giroud na mtu kama Kifamo matters aerial presence.
Okay.
Na ukiwa get hivyo they can easily punish you. Sasa I just feel ile composure niliona, especially I never thought the chemistry of Konate and Upamecano would be that strong. And once they lost Lucas Hernandez to that injury, haungefikiria kuna difference between because Theo Hernandez was equal to the task. Actually aliingia pia, he had a very decent game. The other side
a very good delivery.
Yeah, sure.
The other side tunajua kuna Pavard na the midfielders kina Chouameni,
Rabiot.
Yeah, yani they had the luxury ya kutoa hadi kina Giroud game ikienda kuisha just because they were being preserved for this
fixture
game ya Denmark. And I just feel Denmark should just be satisfied that they beat France in the Nations League. Lakini hapa sidhani.
So unasema itabidi umelala kwa bibi mkubwa over the weekend.
Nilisema narudi home jioni.
Anyway guys, France Denmark 7 p.m. November 26th, that will be on a Saturday. Tell us your prediction at the comment section. Tuambie kutaenda aje. Hey, your game. Anyway, at 10 p.m. the match that ends our Saturday, hiyo weekend yetu inaendelea vizuri. So, he won the Euros, okay? He wants to win the World Cup. So that he can, kwa bucket list yake, akuwe na something better. He has
alishinda
Copa America, I mean. Sure. He has the Ballon d'Ors.
7 of them.
7 of them.
Yep. I know it will be,
and if he wins, if it happens,
so we have 5.
If it happens that he gets to win the World Cup, he will have the 8th one.
Definitely.
He has a nice.
People will start mentioning him in the same breath as Maradona.
Exactly.
Maradona.
Sawa. But they lost against the Saudis in their first match. Round 1. A 2-1 loss. And the whole world became
much to my pleasure.
And a lot of people are surprised because hiyo game kwanza investors wengi waliumia. Do you know that? A lot of investors
wamekuwa kiumia.
We are in so many groups. We saw how people are crying.
Sure.
Anyway, they are facing the Mexicans. They do not speak the same language, but they speak the same language. So, the same language is football. So, what is going to happen at 10 p.m. Argentina, Mexico? Will they get the 3 points to push them through these group stages? Or will they face another beating from the Mexican, Akina Pablo?
Now, I've watched 6, 2010, 2014, 2018. I'm watching my 5th World Cup.
Okay. Since you
fell in love with football.
Okay.
And out of
since
the 5,
your career in being a fan took off.
career.
Since your career as an analyst took off.
Yeah. Out of the 5 World Cups that I've been fortunate to witness, 2 of them has featured Argentina versus Mexico.
Okay.
Both in the round of 16 in 2010 and when was it again? Was it 14?
2014.
14, yeah? I think it's 14. 2018 was versus France.
Hebu tuambie hapo kwa comment section majama wale wenye mnakumbuka. Tell us at the comment section. So 2010 and 2014 Argentina Mexico, the same fixture.
Both games Argentina won.
Sure.
But in 2010 they didn't win fairly.
Sure.
But fate punished them in the quarter-final to the German machine, to the well-oiled German machine. Now, in a knockout game, I was keen to mention in the first round that Mexico are extremely vulnerable in the knockout games, but in the group stage they play like possessed demons. And they have never been bundled out in the group stage, right?
Yeah.
So it is not any other contest.
Sure.
It is going to be war. You get the point?
Yeah.
The Albi Celeste are trying to redeem themselves because they are favorites, and their main man also told their fans that we won't let you down. We will definitely rise to the occasion. On the other side, they are meeting Mexico in their favorite stage.
Exactly.
And they are meeting a side that has never been beaten, that has never fallen in the group stage.
The group stages, okay.
If they lose that game, they are breaking that record.
Whoa.
And I know they are damn aware of it.
Exactly.
So there are so many dynamics in that game. But then, if Guillermo Ochoa turns up like he always does for them, I'm not so sure about their goal scorers, because since the retirement of Javier Hernandez and Carlos Vela not being called up,
Sure.
I don't think they really have that killer
Striker.
instinct with instincts to score.
Sure.
So I think they are just going into that game to shut it down, and probably try to beat Saudi Arabia, who by that time may have probably qualified. So for that game, I'll go for a draw.
A draw.
Yeah.
Argentina Mexico draw.
Yeah.
Hii game ni ngumu majamaa. Ngize hebu ongea.
Let me take people
Okay.
kidogo down memory lane. Vile
Sure.
amesema Javier Hernandez na Carlos
Vela, sure.
They were not that prolific for the national side, especially for a person who remembers a striker alikuwa anaitwa Cuauhtemoc Blanco, Mexico.
But
Yeah.
Chicharito is I think is the top scorer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But in the tournaments like the World Cup, Cuauhtemoc Blanco was the real deal.
Sure.
Jamaa alitoka football akaenda akact soap kidogo. Sahii ni governor huko kwao
Mexico.
Nasema pale Mexico yeye
sahii ni governor.
But it reminds me that reminds me of Jackson Martinez.
Colombia.
He also became
Colombia.
a gospel hip hop rapper.
Wow.
You can't imagine that guy playing
And
for
he was
Porto and
he was a
Atletico.
beast while at Porto. Nakumbuka hata Wenger alikuwa anataka kumsaini Arsenal.
Sure, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also Champions League finalist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sasa nikiangalia Mexico side, the only player they can so much rely on much as scoring ni Chucky Lozano.
Okay.
Besides him, sidhani kuna msee mwingine anaweza trouble the Argentine defense kama vile tuliona Saudi Arabia wakifanya. And that is what inaweza point to a draw, especially vile amesema Ochoa katanap because once Ochoa akiwa in his right gears, msee mnaweza piga 30 attempts na mkose kufunga bao.
In fact, if he makes 5 of them when the game is still 0-0, forget about it.
It will be a very difficult game.
Forget about it.
Bearing in mind both teams are from the same region. Now wamepatana so many times, so each team has the nitty-gritties of the other team.
Okay.
Now Argentina, on paper they are the favorites, just as we said in the first fixture.
Exactly.
Now actually in that fixture they were the overwhelming favorites.
Sure.
So I just don't know how they are going to dust themselves from Saudi Arabia's defeat. And if they go na the mentality of big players like they are, because I believe most of their players have better pedigree than the Mexicans, I just think they can scrap some results out of that, but itakuwa tricky, itakuwa ngumu.
So from you,
watawin narrowly ama kidogo Ochoa afanye hiyo game and 0-0 tena.
Hey, so it's Argentina will draw from you.
Yeah.
Guys, hii ni ngumu. Argentina Mexico ni game ngumu. Na mtaniambia.
I love it when the midget fans are so oriented on the panel. It makes me happy.
Okay, ngize nani Karembo hebu surely.
Argentina or Mexico.
Hata uko na kitu kusema kweli.
Staki kusema we going to this game to win.
Okay.
Nitasema Argentina has to win this game. Argentina tumetoka kupigwa na Saudi Arabia.
So, unexpected lose.
Bottom of the group.
Bottom of the group. Argentina players wao sahi kitu iko kwa akili yao, we lost a game, our first match ilikuwa must win for us.
Sure.
Kile naweza taka players wacheze for the team. not for Messi. Wa easy pressure
Off Messi.
Off Messi. Pia Scolani, the coach, I hope tukienda kwa hii game he will make good select a good
squad,
team,
a good first 11 yenye itaingia,
especially vile umesema Rodrigo de Paul was put so much on the spotlight after that.
It was nowhere.
Exactly.
Rodrigo de Paul has always been a fraud. Even at Atletico. He's just a guy with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I think, by there, to be very honest, Lo Celso is a very big miss.
Yeah.
That's true. We saw it. We saw the match.
Is a very big miss.
We saw the match. Hapo hivyo mid walilemewa. Anyway, endelea.
As I was saying, the coach akitaja first 11 yake, how I wish mtu kama Acuna ataanza hiyo game.
Sure.
How I wish mtu kama Molina ataanza hiyo game. How I wish mtu kama Lisandro Martinez ataanza hiyo game.
Sure.
Cause it will lead to that first goal. Romero alikuwa na chance ya kutoa hiyo bola hapo. Exactly. But sikumbuki the exact thing alifanya, but ni kama alitry kupush huo msee mbele, but the guy alikuwa a bit fast. Na uliona
ile was just absent-minded because that pass came from far.
Na hujasema nani pia anafaa kwanza? Martinez.
Lisandro anafanze. Juu tumekuwa tukiona Lisandro Martinez
at the Premier League at Manchester side.
Ni msee anaweza kutoka kwa game.
Sure.
He is a good tackler.
Sure.
Nini na nini.
And he has the brains too.
Sure. I just wish Messi pia, cause yeye ndo the spiritual leader kwa hii team. Na kila fan wa Argentina, even when you travel huko, niko sure wana hope Messi will do something.
Yes.
And I can bet on that cause Messi ni player amejiprove, but shida yangu kubwa ni sijui Argentina ile time kuko na pressure ya game, Messi wanapotea. Huwa hatoi hizo passes from Jonas, zile passes clever passes. How I wish a game ata turn up. Kitu inaniogopesha na wamesema Ochoa.
Unaweza fikiria Ochoa never plays domestic football. That guy, we only hear him after 4 years. Hatujuagi uenda wapi in between.
Hiyo jina wewe nasikika tu time ya World Cup.
Fear yangu ni Ochoa, cause that guy anaweza amua
akwe chuma na niye ni chuma. Venye mnasema goalkeeper ni chuma.
But pia na feel kwa midfield ya Argentina tunafaa tulete mtu ako creative in a way.
Mtu mwenye anaweza pass na Messi ball.
Naweza penda McAllister anze hige.
McAllister kina Papu Gomez.
Hiyo naye ni ukora.
McAllister has been playing good football for Brighton.
Sure.
Otherwise on the books Argentina are the favorites to win this game. Okay, como fans wa Argentina. Mexico ni a very tricky side.
Kwa ground sasa juu watakuwa kwa ground.
Vile wamesema. But
kwa green carpet,
this is they has to lose Argentina. But nevertheless my heart, my body, my soul
goes to Argentina.
Ile tunaweza msaidia kidogo is that they've been there before. Tunakumbuka 2018 walikuwa in the same situation, same quagmire with a much more depleted squad than this one than yenye nacheza sasa ya 2022. Sure. Waliweza kusqueeze their way kutoka kwa ile group ya Iceland, Nigeria.
Yeah, sure.
The difference is Croatia. Nigeria.
So you don't know if Mexico will turn up to be
that Mexico
Nigeria this time, especially because wana wear green pia.
Wanavaa green. Alafu Messi akumbuke 2018.
Anafikiria assume ni
Nigeria.
So
wewe
never before and they made it. So hii inaweza patia nini kidogo. Na tena sisi mafans kama nini hatutaki hii jezi iko irrelevant mapema.
Ikiwa irrelevant hatutapumua. Hiyo yenye ina starter moja itakwenda tuone.
Anyway, this game is theirs to lose by the.
Okay.
I hope they turn up.
But the Argentines have to prove. Itabidi wameingia na mwili na roho yote.
It's not theirs to prove. It's not theirs to lose. It's that every player, every Argentine must stand to be counted in this game.
Sasa every personality asimame.
Na wasirely sana.
Wasirely sana. Okay, guys. Will the newspapers write a different story for the GOAT? Okay. November 26th at 10 p.m. Argentina will be facing the Mexico side. That will be on a Saturday. So, what's your take on that? They lost against the Saudis. But they're facing another difficult side, the Mexicans. So, let's wait and see. Tuambia people in comment section as we head to a short commercial break. Because tukirudi November 27 tunaingia ya Sunday. Na huko pia hiyo fixture.
Mambo mbaya.
Guys, stay tuned. Yes, welcome back guys. This is the football formula. Na tuko bado ndani ya round 2. We have given them the analysis for November 26th, November 25th, November 26th, and now November 27th, which will be on a Sunday.
Wacha tuwapatie hiyo ndio investors waweke ile gari moshi.
Investors waweke ile gari moshi, sio?
Tunapatia
so that mweke sasa gari moshi.
Gari moshi inatoa moshi.
Na upate kwanza ile ya kuni, yenye kuni ndio ina muda.
Ile ya coal.
Ile ya coal.
Alafu
nimesema kuni. Si charcoal inatengenezwa kutoka kwa nini?
Tuseme tu ya coal,
tuseme tu coal basi.
Ama logs of wood.
Mimi nimesema kuni bana, ukaniangalia. Nimesema kuni bana, karibu mniite mimi naitwa sa. Anyway, so November 27.
Boy, wacha hizo story.
Twende.
November 27.
Utasikia ati there is some boy somewhere. Anyway.
Kama
There is some boy somewhere.
They are trying to talk ill.
November 27 will be on a Sunday. Na fixture iko hivi, sawa? At 1 p.m. Japan will be facing Costa Rica. 4 p.m. Belgium, Morocco. At 7 p.m. Croatia will be welcoming Canada. Then at 10 p.m. Spain versus Germany. Another nice fixture. So, going to this match at 1 p.m. Japan, Costa Rica. Japan, Japan, they proved that they have always said that the German machine is expensive.
Let me make it simple.
What tunasema German machine, it's so expensive. But then they gave us an opposite side. Wakakuja na Lexus. They came with the Mazda. They came with the Hilux. They came with everything. And they told us it's simple. You can have a car yenye unaweza weka mafuta 500 na utembee kilometers. Si lazima kwenda kazi. You can have a car yenye ukipeleka kwa mechanic, it's easier to find their parts. And they really trust the German side. So, going into this match, they are facing the Costa Rica side that also were trashed. So bad by the Spanish.
A bottle of the trashes.
They were trashed 7-0 by the Spanish. So, going into this match, at 1 p.m. Japan, Costa Rica. Prediction in your hivi ni gani? Which side do you think is the favorite to this fixture? Acha tuanze na Karembi.
Japan, Costa Rica. Bile fair play kwa fans wa Japan na players wa Japan. Sure. After the game, that game, my fans wa Japan will make sure wamekota kila takataka walikuwa wamedrop kwa stadium. Same case the players, fair play to them. Japan walipiga Germany.
Before you continue, was it their first ever win against the German side?
Yes.
Japan, right?
Yes.
Japan walipiga Germany. They deserve that. Sure. Japan are very athletic side. Also wanakimbia. They don't have those big names, but you can see wako na players wenye wanacheza as a team. Ni kuna team of wanakuja kuface Costa Rica in our last episode we mentioned wako a bit old player wengi wako na miaka na waliface a Spain side that is so young, kuna vijana wanakimbia hakuna gas na wana control na walipigwa ngapi kwa sababu walipigwa kwa sasa. So here is Japan yenye pia wako na mbio, wako so athletic, wako I guess wako na fitness baya sana. Na hiyo ni juu wametoka huko, but tumekuwa tukiona hivyo na Asian teams ya sure. Against all the odds, sidhani kama Costa Rica are coming to this game to win. So my prediction will be a very good win for Japan. Yeah, Japan.
Okay. For a person who watched Costa Rica back in 2014, niko sure hadi sahi hawajaamini hiyo performance waliona kama ni Costa Rica ama ni watu waliokota tu hivyo huko.
Yeah.
Ama I don't know if it was Costa Rica that was that poor or it was Spain that was that good.
Okay.
Hapo sijaelewa sababu I guess each of the team's second match will tell it better.
Sure.
Because I never expected Spain to score as many as 7. Sababu tulikuwa tumesema hawana so many prolific strikers.
Sure.
But tuliona mabao zili come from 6 different players.
Sure.
So I guess it's something that Enrique ameambia players we don't have to rely on one person.
Sure.
On the other side, Costa Rica conceded so many. I've never seen Keylor Navas so poor, especially kama bao ya pili ya Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
You just don't concede like that. Na wakienda na the same blueprint, the same football kucheza na Japan, watapigwa. Na tuliona Japan vile wanacheza, they are good in almost every other sector. Defense, midfield wako sawa, especially after the introduction of kina Mitoma. Tuliona hadi kina Kamada waki-spark.
Sure.
Na Tomiyasu pia aliingia pale defense na akasaidia sana. So I just think Japan is more well oiled than Costa Rica. Na I just see them qualifying for the knockout stages after this match.
Denver.
I'll keep it short and simple. Japan win over Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica do not, compared to 2014, since 2014,
Yeah, sure.
coming into these tournaments,
Okay.
they have never had a motivation. I've not seen the same motivation and hunger as compared to 2014.
Okay.
And then I also think they were complacent because they probably thought that the group is not as difficult as the other one.
Yeah.
So there is a lack of motivation generally in the whole team. And they are probably the most disorganized and the least prepared team as far as the first round results are concerned. And then just to add on what Karembo said about the fans, that culture, for those who don't know, some fans, I saw some fans saying they did that because they won the game. Japan does that even when they lose.
Exactly.
When they unfortunately lost to Belgium in 2018, that famous comeback,
Yeah.
the players cleaned up the whole dressing room before they leave. They
The
left.
fans did the same.
The fans did the same.
at the stadium.
And it's a culture that started way back in 1998. It didn't start juicy. So I think
Before you continue, did you know that? That's what the Japanese do wakienda kucheza game. That culture started way back in 1998.
Sure.
Wakishacheza game, mafans wana clear steady. On the other side, players wana clean wapi? The dressing room. Did you know that?
Nilikuwa nimesema Australia will be the poorest team in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Na walikuwa live to my billing. Lakini kidogo Costa Rica ikawaambia hold up.
Hold up.
Hold
my beer.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so it's a culture that didn't start juicy.
Sure.
It's something ilianza kitambo. So I think the dynamics, it's the country's dynamic. So it's a very good show and sportsmanship. I think the best fans award, I think something like that inakuanga kwa World Cup. So
Yeah, sure.
they're
Lazima
probably
watapata.
they're probably going to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Japan to
I
win
will.
over Costa Rica, and they will probably top that group.
Wow. Moving forward. At 4 p.m. Belgium will be welcoming the Moroccans. Belgium at their first match, tuliwatch. Hata kama tukuiwatch wote tuliwatch. And you saw how they played. Hapo hivyo mid kidogo haikukuwa na hiyo sparkness fulani yenye tumezoea.
Sure.
They have those personalities that they play quality football.
Sure.
Going to this fixture against the Moroccan side, what is your take on that? Belgium Morocco.
Nikiangalia hiyo game vile tunasema kila match on paper inakaa very simple very easy for Belgium, but on account of their last game against Canada, tuna feel Canada could have got a point or
all points.
All the 3 points from this fixture.
Yeah.
Na tulikuwa tumeongelea in the last episode about absence ya Lukaku.
Yeah.
Tunaona say wako so short of goals, hawana that menace in front of goal sababu ya absence ya Lukaku. I still don't think nani anaweza carry a team to probably even the latter stages of the World Cup. Is Miti Batshuayi. So I just feel wana need to come up na a better strategy, especially kuanzisha mtu kama Trossard, na jana walimleta still hakuonyesha so much in the attacking front.
Yeah, sure.
Na Moroccans tulisema kuhusu African teams zinajua ku defend. The only problem is that they don't know how to score or capitalize on their moments.
Yeah, sure.
Na feel if Belgium wataenda hivi,
okay,
the same way walienda game ya jana, Morocco inaweza grab another point.
I'm predicting.
Okay.
But still,
okay,
nitasema Belgium are the favorites.
The favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, Denver?
I'll echo the same sentiments.
Okay.
Belgium are definitely the favorites.
Okay.
But I think in terms of organization and experience, Morocco have more compared to Canada.
Okay.
And I think they were a bit wasteful with their chances, and their utilization of the ball, especially that young left winger, was extremely wasteful with it. So I just hope the coach will drop a sanction for that and drop him for somebody much better who can whip in crosses and all. Also, he was whipping in crosses, but there wasn't anyone to pounce on it, and this caused problem.
Okay.
But if you look at the intensity, Morocco, they really played well, extremely well. They are so compact at the back. They were tested aerially several times, and they were equal to the task.
Okay.
But then, above all, they have quality players.
They have quality players.
They have quality players for that. The biggest miss could probably be Hakimi, who I think has suffered a thigh injury.
Okay.
So I hope he'll be fit. And if he's fit, I think Morocco can grab a point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Round 2 na iko na mambwembe. Mimi naye inaja niwadanganye. Hapa on paper tutasema hii, on paper mko sawa. Lakini sasa tunakutana sasa kwa green carpet. Sawa, kwa uwanja ndio ina decide kila kitu. So, let's wait. Belgium Morocco November 27th at 4 p.m.
Sure.
Moving swiftly. Nilikuwa nimesahau Karembu. Belgium Morocco. Nilikuwa nafikiria ulishasema
first.
Okay.
Belgium of course. Ngize Denver wamesema good on the books, favorites to win. But nataka ni kuwa a little bit bold.
Okay.
I'll give it a win to Morocco.
Morocco win.
Yeah.
Okay. Lakini nimesema tu tena narudia. Hii round tu iko na mambo. You are good on papers. Ni kama venye tulikuwa nasema ati kulikuwa na mastudents wengine ni machobi kwa darasa.
Exams zingine ama hizi exams zingine za ndani ya shule.
Hizi za ndani ya shule ni machobi. Wakipelekwa sijui inaitwanga symposium.
Lakini zilikuwa mbaya.
Kulikuwa na wanafunzi wengine walikuwa mabeshte wa mode. Hakuna maths 90, 80, sasa leta KCSE.
Ikifika pale KCSE mko kama mfano.
KCSE mko kama mfano. Anyway. So, at 7 p.m. This fixture, Croatia will be welcoming the Canadians. Croatia will be welcoming a side that lacks somebody who is clinical at the front to finish off or to pounce on those chances that the left wingers and the right wingers bring. We saw how Alphonso Davies played, sawa, though he lost a penalty, but he tried to play the game that he usually shows in the Bundesliga side, achezea Bayern, sawa. So coming to this fixture, mimi nilifeel Canada and their last match ni kama nilikuwa naona ni kama wana joke na hizi chances na wanakuja kuface Croatia. Hapo hivi mnaona kutakuwaje? Have they learned something from their last loss, ama watakuja tu kwa hii Croatian side tena wafanye hizo jokes zenye walifanya?
Unfortunately, I think Canada will still lose that match.
Okay.
But I'll be kind enough and say they'll probably get their first goal of this tournament.
They can get their first goal.
They could get their first goal of this tournament.
After how many years? Since
eternity.
1986.
Since
Okay.
eternity.
Okay.
Because they didn't score in 1986 either.
Whoa.
So
36 years later.
logically, they have never scored.
They've never
in
scored.
World Cup. So since eternity, yeah.
So let's pray out of
I
Africa moja.
I think for this game they could probably score, but Croatia will win. The biggest mistake the manager did is Dalic.
Yeah.
Slavko
Slavko.
Yeah, the biggest mistake he did is not starting Osic.
Mislavo Osic.
Yes. That guy is very clinical. He scored. I think he scored goals versus almost all big Premier League teams already.
And not calling Ante Rebic. I still feel Ante Rebic had something to offer to
Had
this.
something kuofa, si ndio?
I think if they want to win that game, please start Osic. And if they start Osic for that particular match,
Okay.
they will win it. However,
Yeah.
it won't be an easy win.
Sure.
They'll really have to work for it.
Okay.
And on the contrary, the biggest difference here will still just be experience.
Experience tu ndio
It will
itamata hapo.
sell them out because Canada, to me, I put them in the same rank as the African teams.
Okay.
Very industrious at working, but
Converting the balls to
converting
goals.
the chances
Okay.
becomes a problem.
Okay.
And probably holding on tightly at the defense is also another problem for them. I feel Croatia will probably win that.
Okay.
But if they start Osic, only if they start Osic.
Okay.
I want them to start him. If they start him,
Coaches,
they win. Yes.
Start Osic, Denver yake itulie.
Yeah.
I love Osic
Okay.
for two reasons.
One.
This season in the Champions League, he scored the winner against a team represented by one of our guys up in a 1-0 win.
Okay.
Chelsea versus Dynamo Zagreb.
Sure.
Last season, but one or thereabout, he scored a hat-trick against Tottenham
To
Hotspur.
beat them
Okay.
out.
That was
Aliwatoa
heaven sent,
kabisa.
especially considering we are Gunners. Sasa naweza taka sana akiingia pale.
I think he also scored versus West Ham.
Yeah.
Yep.
Naweza taka akiingia pale, at least he can showcase some of his abilities on the global stage. But the Canadian side wako very good, well drilled, but it's like they are allergic to goals because at the moment they've got some of the best strikers. One of the best strikers in Jonathan David of Lille.
Yeah.
But still ulikuwa
Ndio
unaona
top scorer Ligue 1.
so
Jonathan David.
he had scored 7 goals in his last 10 matches in the,
Oh, that's
in
a
the
nice
French
stat.
Ligue 1.
Yeah.
But that shows coming to this stage he was in a rich vein of form. But he is not seeming to translate it on the global platform.
Sure.
Now feel they'll play good football, but they'll not find a way to win. The only problem is Croatia aren't scoring either.
Wow.
So this group, we thought it will be that promising to watch, but I just feel inaweza kuwa na some surprise na utaona ile team ina qualify probably alongside Belgium for the round of 16.
Okay.
Itakuwa a team that you never expected. Na Croatia wakikosa kuchunga hii World Cup wanaweza exit kwa group stage.
Wow.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
The biggest strength they have is their midfield.
Sure.
Modric is 37.
Mm-hmm.
37 with class.
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, age is a big factor.
Sure.
Kovacic is struggling with a knee injury.
Exactly.
Brozovic is coming in from an injury. And
Exactly. So much fitness.
So their three favorite starters in midfield are over 30.
Exactly.
And one is either old,
Mm-hmm.
the other one is struggling, the other two are struggling with fitness.
Exactly.
And I don't know if they shall have recovered by Sunday, but they really need a little bit more spark than what they displayed versus
Sana.
versus Morocco.
Sana.
To conjure a win in that fixture.
Sana. Wah! Karibu.
Croatia, Canada. Denver amesema mention something about experience. Croatia wako so experienced, especially in the midfield. Iko na Brozovic, Kovacic na Modric. Na in the last episode tuliongelea hiyo mid
yao.
Watu kama Modric, hizo individual brilliance yake inaweza saidia hii team kuwin. So for me, I feel Croatia watawin hii game, particularly hiyo experience na hiyo individual brilliance ndio wawinia hii game.
Okay.
So I win for Croatia.
I win for Croatia.
Probably because wako na Kovacic. Napenda Kovacic.
Okay. Yeye anajituma.
Anajituma.
Of course tuko round 2.
He's a decent ball carrier.
Hata asipojituma yeye ni wa Chelsea.
Yes. Hata sio hivyo.
Pia
Juu
Croatia wako na new talents as they come.
Exactly.
The center back that
Josko Gvardiol.
Na tuko linked na Chelsea, wako linked na
Okay.
He had a very decent first half against Morocco.
That.
sure. So
Can Perisic wewe uenjoy sana hiyo game bro, by the way.
Afanye mambo yake, sio?
Ban.
Unajua tuko round 2,
But endelea.
Tuendelee, si ndio?
Tuendelee tu.
Okay, coming to the last match at 10 p.m. November 27th on Sunday will be this Spanish side, okay? Facing the German side. The Spanish side, they have shown us that they still have the tiki-taka in them. And we saw it.
So many touches in the first half.
We saw it. So many touches against Costa Rica, 597 counting. They were so possessive with
I
the
don't
ball.
remember the last time a team was so much outplayed in the World
Like
Cup.
that.
So, and they're going to face the German side that they also play a nice game, okay? They also have quality players, okay? But they lost to the Japan side. So they have that stress, tulipigwa aje na Japan. Na hawa pia wanakuja wanasema, okay, tulipiga hii team na tunaenda kuface this German side. Tusiongee mingi, Spain, Germany.
In their last 6 games, Spain are winless. No, Germany are winless versus Spain,
Okay,
drawing 2
okay.
and losing the other 4.
Huh?
With the most recent fixture, Spain won 6-0.
Uh-huh. Wow.
You
Wow.
get the point?
I get the point.
Number 2,
Uh-huh.
Germany are now meeting a well-oiled team, very decent with passing, as decent as them,
Sure.
and able to contain that ball in the midfield. I mean, the midfield capability of both teams is almost equal in terms of brains and utilization of the ball.
Of the chances, okay?
La Roja or La Roja,
La Furia.
La Furia Roja,
Uh-huh.
or whatever it is they call them, will be aiming to go for the win,
Sure.
or at least a draw, so that they can be table toppers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's a very terrible sign for Germany.
Itakuwa ngumu.
I'll probably go for a draw,
Okay.
simply because it's a match with high stakes and a lot to bet on.
Investors, mnasikia?
Yes. So I'll go for a draw because Germany will be aiming to right their wrongs, and a draw will definitely put Germany on the plane back home.
Wow.
Yep.
Before Ngize speaks, Karembo. Spain, Germany.
Spain, Germany. First of all, Germany pressure iko kwa yote.
Sana.
They lost to a good Japanese
Side.
Spain, on the other side, fresh from 3 points, a thrashing victory. Walipiga team about 7. In this game, I feel, what is this? Germany, I feel midfield now. I feel like that strong compared to that
Spanish side
of Gavi, Pedri and Busquets. Na ukiangalia this Spain team, ni team inataka control game.
Okay.
We saw against Japan, Germany, kuna balls mingi sana walikuwa na lose.
Okay.
Na kwa hii game, Spain will be bouncing on those balls zenye Germany watakuwa na lose. Pia Germany walikuwa napanga sana. Ukikaribia hapo kwa box unapanga sana.
Too shy to shoot, okay?
Baada ya kufunga. I'll go with a win for Spain and probably a thrashing defeat for Germany.
For Germany. Wow.
Another thrashing.
Ngize. Spain, Germany, 10 p.m. Sunday, November 27.
Wow. Okay. First thing that I think is a disadvantage to Germany is they are two defenders. Is it Schlotterbeck and Raum?
Schlotterbeck and Raum.
Raum.
I don't think they are that experienced for the World Cup.
Sure.
It just showed in their last game. They never had a telling game
Sure.
per se. And when you look
Was
at
it Raum who was mopped by
this Takuma Asano.
Raum alikuwa anapatwa sana.
Yeah. Now, I feel the inexperience of the two will be very much pivotal to a Spanish winner. Now, speaking of experience, we saw the kind of game that Caesars Piliqueta and Jordi Alba exhibited. They had a sterling performance.
And na ejenye wako sahi.
Yeah, well, it is games of their lives. That will be very instrumental in a difficult game like Germany's.
Okay.
Another thing, I feel some of the Germans are well past their best. Hata Noya mwenyewe. I just feel ever since that Son goal against Germany, South Korea versus Germany, I just feel his career has been on the very decline, and it's high time Germany started fielding another goalkeeper. And Thomas Muller, I still feel he has seen
bado hajakuwa na hiyo spark.
As in some of the telling games anaenda missing, and I never quite saw him yesterday, so I just think Spain will be the better side. Na tulikuwa tumesema about scorers wa Spain ni wachache, but tuliona at least they can come up with the goals from various departments. Another guy is Marco Asensio. I don't know why he gets so benched at club level, but that guy is lethal. Naweza taka kumuona akienda club ingine na akue a starter, because that guy, he has the brains, na he has everything that is required for a finisher. So
there's one reason why he doesn't start.
Why?
Fede Tractor Valverde.
Why?
That's why nasema naweza taka kuona akienda club ingine.
Akienda club nyingine aonyeshane ya kwamba
we were heavily linked to him.
The Manchester United.
Yeah, but we went for Anthony.
The same fate befalls Ferran Torres. At club level anakuwa benched, but anaperform very good on the
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just think Spain are way too strong for
the German side.
They will win this one.
They will win this one.
Can I add something on that game? Spain 7-0 thrashing of Costa Rica had Gavi scoring, becoming the youngest ever player to score in the World Cup since 1958.
Okay.
And then another disadvantage that really puts Germany on the swords versus Japan is starting Niklas Sule at right back.
Wow.
I think Rudiger and Sule could do well
as the center backs.
And since they do not have so many options and left back,
they
could do with Raum. So that you do not have Nicolas Schlotterbeck on the LCB and just beside him is Raum, the inexperienced Raum.
Wow.
That is more like the same situation that used to kill Man United. You have Maguire, the LCB, and alongside him is Luke Shaw. So catastrophic. And that is exactly what killed Germany. And you saw the goals came from either side.
Yeah, sure.
Of the build-up to the goals came from either
From
side.
either side
From
of
the
the
other side of the
German
room.
defense.
Yeah, exactly.
The other side where Niklas Sule is not a right back.
And the other side where Raum.
of Nicolas Schlotterbeck.
Schlotterbeck and Raum.
Yep, so I think they need. I think Rudiger
Itabidi wajitume.
could do well, and then they get right back on top, and Raum could maintain.
We
Germany is a
nakwambia
team of individuals,
but itabidi onyeshe class.
Also Jamal Musiala, score man.
Asituonyeshe tu kwa club level, si ndio?
Very good, but the
It
team
was decent but
very decent,
afunge.
but the chances missed.
Afunge, si ndio?
Too bad, yeah.
Wasiseme tu German machine expensive
hiyo si machine.
kwa gari.
Sasa ni parts za machine. Parts za machine ziko sawa, lakini
Do you-
machine as a whole.
Do you think
no way.
maybe tunaweza sema 90% ya players wenye wame wako called up kwa hiyo national team wanachezea Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Bundesliga yenye tunaweza sema
Iko tu.
But you know that is how they won the trophy in 2014, and that is how Spain also won it in 2010.
Unaona
That's
aje?
not a bad thing.
okay,
The
then
bad
coming
thing
from
is,
maybe
there were so many mistakes that Germany made, playing players out of position and having the left side of the defense exposed, and also taking off Gundogan and Müller very much earlier on.
I hope wamelearn. I hope the coach wa German, I hope umelearn. Sikuiti jina, sitaki wanibash. I hope umelearn tita. Sawa? Anyway,
And you should stop focusing on unnecessary antics, you Germans.
musilete
Chezeni
politics
ball,
kwa
oya.
game.
By the way,
Anyway,
Nwera aliingia na one love band.
Niliona referee alienda kuangalia.
Anyway guys, that is it for today. November 27th, hiyo ndio fixture iko ya 26th and November 25th. That is it from the Football Formula family. I've been your host, Useful Idioti, alongside Karembu, Dengize and Denvakoki. Na before tumalize, hivi ndio tunaambia investors. Sawa sawa?
Dear investors,
Ehe.
please bet wisely, bet legally, and responsibly.
Exactly.
Responsibly means you stake what you can afford to lose, so that you don't have to have uncalled for thoughts after losing a bet.
Yeah.
Legally means you do not expose gambling to individuals under the age of 18.
Exactly.
And wisely means you log into your favorite betting site or company and choose your games,
Exactly.
na uchoyo mob, and then have your preferred odds,
And
place
pesa
your
yako
bet,
na ufurahie, si
win
ndio?
some, na ujibambe.
So guys,
Also
that is it.
avoid sacred monies, school fee, medical bills, pesa ya chama, do not touch.
Guys, that is it. This is the Football Formula. Till next time, adios.